Yeah.
I surrender the digit.
No.
I can't watch. I refuse.
I would rather die. I'm Jessa.
And I'm Alex.
And this is Jessa and Alex Watch.
House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 2.
The show has officially now been renewed for Season 2. So.
Yeah. This show was really good. You know why it was really good? Because it took me back in time to when I first loved Game of Thrones, because I was thinking about this episode all week. When I was editing the first episode, I was pausing, I was zooming into things. I was like, I am Nancy Drew. This is my next mission.
Yeah. I have listened to so many podcasts this week. So many recap explainers. It's been real fun.
We've been texting about it every day. There's at least one thing that's about House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I wore my second piece of Game of Thrones clothing that you won't be able to see because of the camera, but it's a really cute, comfortable sweatshirt. So
love that.
I did put my AC at 69 so that I could wear this sweatshirt in LA right now where it is 100 degrees. So you're welcome.
Well, we have had some helpful comments explaining the polygamy and plural marriage situation, which I had asked about. Thank
you guys for that.
Yes, the Targaryens have always done the incest and they've always done the plural marriage, but the plural marriage had caused drama, so it's technically outlawed. So I don't think that's going to come up.
So we have some Mormon situation, like some...
They're like the Church of the Latter-day Saints. They're not like the FLDS.
People didn't like the plural marriage. Look, it's fine, but I do ship her with her uncle right now, unfortunately.
I am ashamed of myself, but you know what? They're all dragon people in a land that doesn't exist, so I think it's fine.
I think it's like fine, and I'll discuss it with my priest at a later date.
Wait, are these house sigils that the blood is flowing into?
This is very cool.
House of the Dragon, dun dun.
It's the House of the Dragon, dun dun. Ew! Whoa!
Oh, gosh!
Oh, they're alive! Ah!
Oh. Did we ever see this in Game of Thrones? Because I'm pretty sure this was a thing described about that the Ironborn did in the book.
Yeah, no, we don't see that in Game of Thrones, the show.
With the help of the Hand, I've invited a number of fine candidates to court. All have passed fair trials.
I think the writers of this show say, what are the best sentences we can have this man with a gorgeous accent say?
I want to seize the stepstones by force and burn out this crab feeder.
I don't know if crab feeder was a name I would have chosen for myself, but God bless.
I only meant that we should at least...
Perhaps there's some better use for the princess's talents, Your Grace.
She's the heir.
Princess to see about the new King's Guard posting, Lord Commander.
A fine idea, Your Grace.
This knight will protect...
Somebody is going to sneak out the window and fly her dragon away.
And she should.
Princess Jasmine. She's leaving the castle.
What's that song they gave her in the new one? They gave her that like girl anthem.
Something about her voice or not being silent or something.
I won't be silent.
We thank you for your loyal service to the crown, sir.
Go talk to Auntie. That will be an interesting discussion.
I don't know if Auntie's on team.
Son of Lord Lyman.
Yeah, I'm not sure she is. Cutie everyone's in love with right now.
Son of the steward of the Lord of Black.
I mean, like, he's fine. He's no Matt Smith.
I choose Sir Kristen Cole.
Let's not be too hasty, Princess.
Could Otto, you're being annoying in a bad way this episode.
My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat. Should he not?
What's the point?
Otto?
Of course, Princess.
Over 1,000 dragons, a navy large enough to span the seas of the world.
I love when a man shows me his model city.
I hate it so much.
I do too.
I couldn't anti-ship anything more.
No, it's so disturbing.
Yeah, especially since she's not like Marjorie right now. Like she's
Yeah,
definitely
she's-
like a child little girl that's being forced to like seduce this older man. And it's
Yeah.
You do not mention our talks to Rhaenyra, do you?
Oh, you would not just say keep it a secret.
I fear that she wouldn't understand them.
Yeah, that you have a crush on her best friend, you freaking weirdo.
We're also shipping Rhaenyra and her uncle, so maybe we.
Well, you know, never said I wasn't a hypocrite. It's truly the difference in the women's reaction in question.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Ma'am.
He chose you for his heir. He didn't choose me, he spurned Daemon.
But he also didn't have to choose you. I also ship this, just by the way.
Oh yeah,
So
no, for
I'm
sure.
my ships are just all over the place.
Messy and complicated. It's great.
I find this is a way to be with my mother. Here in the quiet of the scepter.
Can you please get this girl some counseling for the loss of her mom?
Yeah, she's still struggling.
Mine own father does not know the language of girls either. When I wish to talk with him, I know that I must make the effort. Thank you.
The gaze on these two, though. The camera knows what it's doing.
Yeah. No, the did I share that
Mhm.
article with you that they said that they actually were playing into that.
Yeah.
They do think they're into each other.
A girl has been named heir to the Iron Throne, the first in its history. The king's brother, so disinherited, has claimed the Targaryen seat on Dragonstone.
See Auntie's face?
You paint such an aspirant portrait of my reign, Corlys.
It is an honest one, cousin.
And a blind incursion in the Stepstones is the only way to demonstrate that we are not?
To elude a storm, you can either sail into it or around it. But you must never await its coming.
That's a good point. I don't know if it's necessarily applicable here, and I'm not a meteorologist, but
No.
it sounded good.
Or a sailor.
Unite the two
Oh.
great surviving Valyrian houses. With the Targaryen dragons and the Valyrian fleet bound in blood, you can show the realm that the crown's strongest days are ahead, not behind.
I haven't given marriage much thought.
You sure?
You could not ask for a stronger match than Lena.
That's their little one, right?
Mhm.
The little girl that we saw.
Yes, that tiny little thing.
No, no. No, guys.
Literal crickets.
I loved your mother
Oh,
very much.
honestly, this is something that they could talk about. It would probably be good for both of them.
I thought I might have had some insight.
You're young.
But
You will learn.
Dad, I'm trying to tell you something. Yucky, 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 yucky. Yucky, yucky, yucky. No.
This is our best chance to save the digit.
Why don't we cut it off? I
Yes.
I surrender the digit.
No.
I can't watch.
No.
I refuse.
I would
to
rather
watch.
die. Please no.
Like sorry to that pinky. It's gone.
It's not that important. It's not a very important finger.
Cut it off.
He proposed a marriage.
To whom? Your Grace?
Oh boy.
The Lady Lena.
That
Otto's
baby
gonna have
child
to move up
infant
his
chicken.
timeline.
Yeah, I know. Did you see his little face? Otto was like,
Lord Corliss has overreached, Your Grace. Such matters must be discussed with a small council.
That is what I'm doing, presently.
The Lady Lena is young, Your Grace.
Hate to agree with Otto. It does have a point.
A match with their daughter would go a long way towards sealing the breach. And uniting the two great Valyrian houses would certainly...
Otto looks like he just swallowed a cup of maggots.
Her mother has passed. Her father must propagate the royal line.
It's also disturbing.
She's a child. Like, what's our age? I have a similar question for Stephanie Meyer about the whole imprinting situation. So if anyone wants to pass that on.
Thank you. This, guys, come on. This is very stupid.
Is this a joke?
Guys, we see the visual here.
She's so young that I don't even believe this much hair has grown out of her head. Mommy put her in her best dress.
Ugh.
Your Grace, it would be a great honor to join our houses as they were in Old Valyria.
Call the police.
Might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
Is that what your father told you?
Yes.
No, it came from my own spirit. I'm 7 years old.
I
what
would
are you
give
talking
you
about?
many children. Please call the King's Guard.
What did your mother tell you?
That I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
Oh, they did give me an answer that I asked for and didn't want at the same time.
That tracks with like tutors anyway. That's
yeah, I mean,
the most like
Daenerys was
royal
actually
history that I've read.
13 in the books. So we all just have to know that was what was happening and get over it, I guess.
But only with royals. Normal people were marrying about the same age that we marry now, like late teens, early 20s.
Is it not?
Oh, Auntie's, she's not really her aunt, but whatever. Auntie's going to stir up some trouble, and I'm here for it.
I did not ask for a lesson in politics. I asked whether this bothers you.
Lena is your daughter, Princess. Does it bother you? When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
If you have time to do that.
Be Rhaenyra. But the men of the realm already had their opportunity to appoint a ruling queen at the Great Council, and they denied it.
They denied you, Princess Rhaenys. The queen who never was.
Oh, Miss Rhaenyra.
They bent the knee to me and called me heir to the throne.
Do you remind your father's men of that as
girl.
you carry their cups?
Oh.
It is the hard truth, which no one else has the heart to tell you.
Very Cersei Sansa right now.
Men would sooner put the realm to the
I was
torch
just thinking that.
than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Listen, you don't need to preach truth to us right now. It's very stressful.
Seems the realm wants for a new queen.
Do they want a baby, though? Is that what the realm wants?
I must admit, I don't know Lena very well.
I don't hang out with many children, so.
I've only known her like 7 years, so. She fixed his little... She got out that super glue.
Yeah, she did.
The hand, Your Grace.
Daddy's here.
Daridoros daimon sikia sida seglivzeus.
No way.
The missive, which I believe might explain.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonstone and rightful heir to the Iron Throne, to announce that he is to take a second wife in the tradition of Old Valyria.
So he's gonna go start his own chapter at the edge.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't have predicted this.
No, I know.
In the babe's cradle, in the custom of House Targaryen.
Ooh.
The prince...
She feels very betrayed by this.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We believe...
Daemon's Hall.
Don't be rude, okay?
Less than sedition.
I mean, they actually
My brother wishes to provoke
look
me.
like they love each other. So
To
I think
answer
like
yeah,
we can support that.
Gorio Dromon Daemon Leitas.
Well, that was mean.
See, Damon, you gone too far now.
Yep.
Let me go to Dragonstone.
No, fuck you.
No, that's not it either.
Come on, be a king for 5 seconds, Viserys. Am I looking at her brown hair with the back of the wig gaping away from it? Is that what I'm looking at?
The front of that boat with the little claws was insane.
Yeah. Yes. This is cool. This is where Daenerys.
Yeah.
The children of the night.
Yeah. Otto is here to just make a mess even messier.
Yeah. They're gonna have the dragon fly across so that we can be like, remember that time in Game of Thrones?
Oh, she got an upgrade.
She did. She is now dressed as Princess Leia.
Or to relinquish the dragon's egg, disband your army, banish your whore,
guys,
and leave Dragonstone by order of His Grace King Viserys.
Where is the king? I don't see him.
You guys are offering up child rights. This is an age-appropriate woman.
Thank you.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Everybody is bold today.
Yeah.
Whose violence here is to declare war against your king.
Wonderful.
Even if it ends in the death of your unborn child and its mother.
Oh no. We've been done already seeing that. Okay?
Yeah.
We're
It's
not
a
doing
pass.
that again.
Told ya.
Why does the screeching of this dragon sound like a fire alarm?
Yeah, what you gonna do, fellas?
You have a very beautiful long neck.
Like a swan. You're so beautiful. You're so elegant.
Sheathe the fucking steel.
Ooh, shocking. We got the Iron Throne from fire and blood. It's our way, Otto. What, did you think I wasn't gonna call in my dragon?
Wait. Yes, bitch. You make an entrance.
She said.
And my dragon is gold. I just want everyone to know.
He's really well trained. Did you see how he came in just at the right time?
I said I would ride my dragon to the problem.
Take care not to startle Syrax, my lords. She's rather protective of me. Succulent.
Where's Hilari to be?
If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me. So do it. And be done with all this bother.
Give me back my egg.
So, did I understand this right? Masari isn't even pregnant. He's just throwing a temper tantrum because he wants attention?
Yes. And he just threw the egg back like a kid who was asked to return the toy.
You little prick.
I love him so much.
It's a problem.
And this is how we get shit done, ladies. She said a day's work.
Don't startle my dragon.
She's protective of me.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Otto, did she do good?
Oh, he's gonna come for her now.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? I think she can handle herself.
I think so.
I do think they should team up, though. I think Damon and Rhaenyra, and that's not just because I may or may not ship them. I think they and their causes are better aligned together.
Yeah. Agreed.
They have more power together. That's two dragons.
Exactly.
Ooh, someone is not happy.
Yeah, nobody wants to be a prop. That's really insulting.
Yeah. This little pouty boy.
You announced that we were to be wed?
You didn't ask her?
Came to you to be liberated.
Liberated. From what?
Fear.
Damon.
Are you listening? Did we put on our listening ears?
It seemed like that he did, and he seemed like he was reflecting. He was very pouty.
Thinking about things.
I mean, truly though, that was like a fine response. He listened to her and then just stayed quiet and reflected. Like
That's
he could have
true.
like hit her or been like yelled back and like
Right.
put her in her
whatever
place.
like
But
horrible
that really,
shit that somebody like Joffrey would have done or whatever.
right, exactly. Like he didn't react like the psychopath people are calling him.
Yes.
Look, I'm just digging for reasons
I know, I'm
why
with
it's
you.
okay to love
100%.
him.
I'm totally with you.
She is 12. She will mature.
12.
Very petite 12-year-old.
But Driftmark makes for a better ally than it does an enemy.
It's not that I'm rooting for him to marry the 12-year-old, but also this does make complete political sense.
It's the smarter decision. Also, her being 12 does make me feel a little bit better. I thought we were dealing with a 7-year-old. Again, perspective in the book, Daenerys is 13 when she is married.
Right.
Okay? Sansa is 13 when she is engaged to Joffrey.
Princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Dragons?
You can't even handle your house. How can you handle a realm?
May I sit?
She took her power juice this morning.
Yes, she did.
You went to Dragonstone.
And retrieve the egg without bloodshed. A feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
He had no intention on retrieving it without bloodshed.
I wish I had known better what to say to you in the aftermath. I struggled to realize that my daughter had so quickly become a woman grown. I could never replace your mother. No more than I intend to replace you as heir. I do not wish to make us estranged.
You are the king. And so your first duty is to the realm.
He may not be a good king, but he sure is a good dad. That was like a really good way to have that conversation.
Yeah.
I intend to marry. The Lady Alicent
You
Hightower.
might have wanted to mention
That's
that
actually
in your conversation.
that must have been an addendum to that chat last night. You, Otto.
Otto, you are such a little shit.
Rhaenyra.
Unfucked up. Sarah's.
I thought you were going to take a little more time. You were going to explain it to her. Maybe even ask Alicent if she wanted to marry you.
I wasn't aware you had a king for a brother. Did you call me to Driftmark to remind me of my low standing, Lord Corlys, or was there some other reason?
Still in a bad mood from earlier.
Some Mirish prince is feeding Westerosi sailors to the crabs.
Do you think if you have a loose cannon of a possible heir, you should keep an eye on him and keep him happy, just as a general thought?
Yeah.
Feeder is backed by powerful entities within the Free Cities who wish.
Is that barnacles all over that person?
I don't want to talk about it or think about it or even wonder about it.
We are the realm's second sons, Damon. Our worth is not given. It must be made.
Is this episode going to be called Second Sons? Very interesting, as always.
Mm-hmm. I love that the stealth story of the whole episode was this father and daughter need to sit down and have a discussion about grief. That was actually the overarching plot of that episode, was about them not being able to talk about their shared grief.
It's quiet uptown.
Very very domestic, very low key, just really funny.
But which I do think is an interesting take on this show that we're seeing in a theme. It really is more about the family side of family political drama. And I think, you know, that has to do too with like, we're focusing on the relationship a lot between all of these women, and women in society for them as of right now is very much like the homebringer family situation. Like their value is all tied in with the family. So I think it's also nice that we're really delving into like the psychological aspects and relationships of this family, which we don't get to do very much in Game of Thrones other than with the Lannisters. We get to see their sibling and family dynamics, but the Starks are separated.
There are like 7,000 characters that we're tracking, so we don't have time to get down into that granular.
But I think it's nice that we love Game of Thrones, obviously, but this show gets to do something different with the same world. Like it's a different focus. Like I like that I'm not just traveling from a different, you know, family, like you're saying, like a million different characters. I liked doing it in Game of Thrones, but it's nice now that I'm not getting a copy and paste. I'm getting like oh no, let's delve really deep into what these dynamics
of
like.
One particular family. It's really interesting. That was really fun. And it's so interesting to see the difference in Rhaenyra from last episode to this one, that she has grown in the last 6 months. She's like she's losing patience with the, as Chevroy would say, soft skills lady bullshit. She doesn't want to pick a pretty little knight. She wants to actually give her opinion about what should be done to solve problems, and she's right. It's reminding me a lot of when Daenerys was at Dragonstone, and Olenna Tyrell was like, be a dragon. You're a fucking dragon. Do the dragon thing. And everybody else is like, no, you should sit here for another season and do nothing. And Olenna's like, literally, this is your whole thing. Like, this is your whole thing. Please do the thing. And that's the frustration I felt in the small council scene in this episode, that Rhaenyra's like, hey, you have dragon riders. Why don't you send them to do the thing? That's what we do. That's our whole house.
And then and Otto, this is not like on Otto for being dumb, because he has his own ulterior motive. So he doesn't want to actually solve it peacefully. But Rhaenyra, she did the exact right thing that she should have done there. She also was right about putting a person who is experienced in war as the head of your army. Like that was incredibly intelligent of her to be like, yeah, we've been at peace for literally like years. We don't have anybody who actually knows how to fight. A lot of this has to be a civil war, because it has to be dragon v dragon, because anybody else who's like the enemy of the week, we can literally just burn them. So I don't understand. Like once Dany, like that's why it had to take so long for Daenerys to get to King's Landing, because it's like House Targaryen, once there were more dragons, like they just won again. Like,
exactly. There's no competition. You're down here with your little swords and spears, and she has an atomic bomb flying over your head.
Like that's a really cute horse.
I cannot get over the absolute swagger of Rhaenyra and her golden dragon flying up through the mist, stomping up to her uncle and being like, you pissed me off, you hurt my feelings, and him being like, okay, and throwing the egg at her and leaving.
Look, I think Daemon is just like grumpy, and sometimes I do actually think this confirmed that he does act rashly. I don't think he thinks things all the way through.
You're right.
And I think
that was such a bullshit pay attention to me thing, to break in, steal an egg just to get somebody to look at you. big middle child energy, Damon.
Huge middle child energy. My older brother was mean to me, and he's not listening that it hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
So I took his son's egg.
Yeah. Wow.
And then his fiance, maybe, question mark,
right,
was like, hey, if you're gonna marry me, you want to ask first, and also, like, thanks for asking, but I didn't sign up for that.
I love that scene with Masari and Damon at the end there, where she was like, I went with you because I didn't want to be afraid. I'm not trying to be Mrs. Robb Stark over here. Like, I'm not interested in joining in the bullshit. Thank you. No, I would like to be excluded from this narrative.
And I think another thing that the writers and the directors of this show are doing are using our knowledge of the first show in a really clever way, in the way that they are shaping and forming their storytelling. Because literally, they set her up to be Mrs. Robb Stark. They say it in the lines. They say, do you want to have your baby and wife stabbed? And then she's like, no.
Right. Hard pass.
Hard no. But I think we have to bring in that knowledge. Like, we see how that story could have played out, and so then we automatically are on her side. But I do think also, like we were saying, I am a Damon apologist, but I do think his reaction is different than even how Robb reacted when, like, his mom or his wife challenged him on something like that. Like, even Robb was like, all right, calm down, there is a place for you eventually. Like, he never said something like that. And I do love Robb Stark, but he, reacted like a man of that time period. And I don't think that Damon did. I think Damon said, you're right. But like,
well, I do want to hold judgment, because if we find in the next episode that they're married, then maybe he didn't really listen.
Right. That's true. I mean, we haven't seen his long,
but he didn't scream and hit her, which I did think, just being a person who has watched Game of Thrones, we were about to see some violence against this woman. So that was interesting. The moment that really stands out to me, though, is when Viserys was like, I'm going to Dragonstone to tell my dumb brother to knock it off. And Otto was like, no, you can't go. And Viserys backed down.
Yeah, that's interesting too.
His inability to be king.
But that's his one downfall, right? Is that he knows that he doesn't have the mind of a king, so he unfortunately trusts Otto on matters of the kingdom. Like, without question.
Least, you should trust your own instincts about your brother, because that first instinct to go speak to him was exactly right. That's what Rhaenyra did. He didn't actually have a wife and a baby on the way and was a cradle to stick the egg in. He was just throwing a tantrum and wanted somebody to say, I see you, Damon. Okay, you're all right, buddy.
I just love Matt Smith's little pouty performance. He's just so upset. Him tossing the egg is so funny. It is
so childish.
A literal temper tantrum. He stomped his little foot.
Yes. Oh, I'm really enjoying this. I like the characters a lot.
Me too. So next week, I guess we're just like jumping time really quick. So we're getting baby brother next week.
I think next week might be the final week with the younger actresses. I think they said they're only in 3 episodes before we skip to the older versions.
It's very sad. I'm very attached to them.
I know. I like them a lot. They're really good.
Their relationship does break my heart. I really liked their and they were roommates friendship. And it hurt my feelings a little bit to watch that be crushed.
But
I am intrigued to see what happens next.
So does baby Aegon get the egg, Dreamfire's egg that Rhaenyra had picked out for her new sibling.
I think there's going to be a little temper tantrum about that too. Because, like, yeah, I mean, there are only so many dragon eggs.
Yeah.
But it seemed as if there were more.
I want to see the dragon crush. I want to see, like, where I want to see.
Because she asks which egg did he steal, which implies there are more. So, yeah.
Yeah. I want an episode just in the dragon pit. I want to see our daily routine. How are we storing eggs? Do we specifically breed the dragons? Do they handle their own business? And then we see a nest?
If the dragon had
all the details.
A runted child, do we like cross them off of the breeding list?
Exactly.
Are we doing responsible dragon breeding? No dragon mills.
Exactly. These are the details that I want from this world. All right, I think that's it. I know we'll keep talking about it for the rest of the week, but that's all we have for now.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you'll subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be ready for the next one. We've got a really good TV show lineup coming up for you. We're about to start watching Rings of Power, so we're really excited about that, and I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video that you'll be interested in that video. Subscribe, bell icon, and if you're interested, my roommate has never seen Game of Thrones, so I am watching it with him and I am forcing him to have it recorded. So that's my plug for that. It'll be at the end of this video if you want to check out the first episode.
Bye.
Bye.